Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sailing Shockwave. If you're new here, we are working on a 79 Shock 35. Today's episode is going to focus mostly on just doing some cleaning. We're going to clean the bathroom up, and then also I'm going to tear this entryway apart. The old varnish has come off due to some damage. We're going to help it come off the rest of the way, sand it down, and put some new Danish oil on there. But I disassembled the entire thing, and, well, except for the runners, and put it all back together. So if you're interested in seeing that, please stick around.
So on a Shock 35, when you go forward, you've got one side of the boat that has a sink and a mirror and a shelf, and then the other side has the toilet, or whatever you want to call it. So what we're going to do, I've got Max's dog food right here and some water or whatever, but you can see I kind of cleaned that so I could use it earlier. Well, this whole thing needs to be cleaned. You can see the dust on this. Like, it's bad. But something kind of cool, and I just realized this the other day, and this door right here, it's a very small space. Zoom out. When you shut this, you can latch it, and then this becomes one bathroom. Now, obviously, the sail locker is part of the bathroom too, but anyways. That definitely looks better. It's gonna have to be done again. It's just not the right cleaner. It got a lot of the dust and stuff off, but it's just not the right cleaner. I'll have to do this again. But until then, get my dirty rag and my Lysol, move the doggy food. Let's get this side done. Well, it definitely looks better. Nice and clean. I'll wipe down at least. I'll have to do some more wiping down. Unfortunately, I can't zoom out any further, and this is not a very big area. But that looks better. And that looks better. Those two doors need to be flipped around, or one of them needs to be flipped around, that one flipped around, or that one, whatever. However, way better.
Make videos of all this stuff, but I keep forgetting to grab the camera. But anyways, so this is the upper half of the door. You can see it looks like garbage. I went ahead and started sanding this. So this board right here got sanded, a lot better. I'm going to use the same oil I got right here, same stuff I used on the top of right here, which I'm going to redo another couple coats. And I got to do these rails next. Apparently I wasn't recording. We got this little bracket off here. Our screws here. Now we're going to take the handy dandy sander and sand this thing down. Not sanding down very well at all. It's just been in the sun for so long. Starting to get all fuzzy. The wood's just not. I'm going to be able to get this to look decent again or not. I guess I'll just do the best that we can, but you can see the fuzz that's on it. I am using a pretty harsh grit sandpaper. I will go to a softer grit. I'm going to try and clean this up real quick, this upper piece, but and we'll go to a softer sandpaper, see what we can't get, but I just don't think it's gonna get, it's not gonna look amazing. I'm gonna replace these with plexiglass later, so it's just temporary. So I went ahead and hit the softer sandpaper, it came out a lot smoother. So go ahead and hit this varnish. Alright, so I've got that stuff drying on the front deck. Hopefully the camera will work now. It did all some weird stuff a little bit ago. Now we're in these bolts off, or bolts, screws out right here on both sides, and sand these down. Let's do it. Alright, so I've got those two pieces right here. One of the screws, as I was taking it out, did not want to come out. It was pretty gross. So I'll have to replace that. These need to be cleaned up, obviously, all the way around. Someone tried staining it while it was on there. They didn't want to take it off, apparently. So get this all cleaned up and go from there. Okay, so I went ahead and sanded this down a little bit. Just kind of got the rough stuff off of it. It's a lot smoother than it was. That just like popped out, so that must have been some sort of filler or something. I don't know. We're gonna leave it for right now, and I'm not gonna worry about painting it because this all needs to be sanded down. This paint is uneven, it's gross, so it's all gonna need a lot of work later. There's no sense in putting paint on here and then sanding that, because I plan on doing all this at once, or at some point here pretty in the near future, hopefully, because I know it's gonna bug the hell out of me. So let's get these wood sand. Let's get the wood strips sanded down and put back on. Those look like they turned out pretty darn good. So we'll let this dry, put it on pretty thick. Hopefully we won't have to do it again. These I'm definitely going to have to do again. I'm gonna check, maybe put another layer on there. I'll probably put another layer on there right now. So let's do that. Okay, so I started sanding this down. It's hot. Here is what it looked like originally. You know, all the way down, looks like absolute crap. And then I started sanding this one a little bit. I'm gonna get the rest of this sanded down, and then you can see this is as far as I've gotten. I gotta get the rest of that off, and then once I get both sides sanded, I'll get it stained up, sealed, and it should look a lot better. I still have these sides right here. These look like crap, so that'll be fun. Yay! All right, so I got this sanded down. Well, I didn't sand it down. I actually just used a screwdriver to get most of this off, most of this cleaned up over here. You can see the other side over there. This is what that's what this side looked like. So just taking the screwdriver and then just run the blade back and forth, and it's been peeling up most of it. I'm gonna take some sandpaper. Well, this sponge block I have right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and sand on it and see how that does. I was gonna take it off, but these brass or copper screws, whatever they are, they're just ripping up. They're so thin from being sanded on, so at some point they'll have to just be broken off and pulled out, but not today. So anyways, that's where we're at. Gonna keep going. So I got, it's hot to this California heat. Got this all masked off. I gotta quit touching it though, because my sweat is getting on it and it's leaving wet spots, and I gotta let it dry. But that's looking a lot better. Ready to be stained. So we'll get this stained up and then start working on the other side. piece of wood right here. It's hard to see because the sun and everything, but it's getting it stained up. This is the one that goes underneath the glass on the hatch. We're gonna get it all stained up and looking good.
Okay, so I woke up at like 4 o'clock, and I couldn't sleep. So, gonna go ahead and do some laundry because San Francisco laundromats tends to be pretty, busy during the day. And the only reason you guys are like, wow, Dave, thanks for letting me know you're doing your laundry. Yeah, no, calm down. I'm gonna go ahead and wash the covers that go on the winches. So we'll see what those turn out like, because I know right now they're kind of gross. I'm hoping they don't just like completely disintegrate. The mainsail cover actually turned out pretty decent compared to what it was. So we're gonna try the other things and see how they turn out. We'll see. It's very dark. Nobody's awake yet. So this light ought to be obnoxious to anybody that can see it. Alright, so you can see the sail cover got dirty yesterday from sanding and whatnot, but it's just needs to be washed. Boy, that's on there good. There we go. All of my winches have covers, except for, well, all but a couple of my winches have covers, let's put it that way. That one doesn't. This one does, that one does, and then the two up there don't. Then I have this one here. Awesome filming. There we go. So, there we go. All the winch covers are off. That turned out way bluer because it was super gross. I might do these covers next. I have another one of these covers down below, but we'll get to that later. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Open sesame. Oh my god. It's always so loud when you get in here.
So of course that one fell out of the laundry basket, and so did that one. But I mean, honestly, that one isn't that dirty, so that's okay. This one came apart in the washer a little bit, but what are you gonna do? And then we've got this one here, which is still in pretty decent shape, and it came pretty clean. And then this one here, so not too bad at all. So yeah, those look way better. I think that's where we're gonna end this video. Things are turning out a lot better, a little bit at a time, and I'll get this put up on YouTube because obviously it's not there yet, and I'll get another one coming.